who has been torn away from their security blanket, their parents, the ones who stop the boogeyman from terrorizing the nights and curing their boo-boos when they scrape their knees. Now just imagine how they must feel when the CPS meant to protect them tears them away from their supposed abusers and places them with strangers who have zero comforting skills. They need to be calm. They are confused, lost, panicked, and needing their parents, but CPS took them away for the purpose of saving them. The kids don't even know why, and they are told that the parents they attach to no longer want them. What do you think that does? Do you think that this is how protecting children is supposed to look? Abolish CPS.
They are taking our kids every day. I shout them in and no one has a thing to say. For those who have been isolated, don't be worried, you have a voice today. So listen up everyone, here is the story. Child Protective Services is real. CPS is what they call it. They want our kids because it fills a lot of people's wallet. We all think it won't be us. We say when they come we will be so tough. It all sounds good when there's no one to take them. But when they come, your voice gets to breaking. Stay calm, step away. CPS ain't taking no one today. We are educated. Stay calm, step away. CPS, you need to leave. I know the tricks up your sleeve. You can't do what you're trying to do. We have done our homework. Don't do a damn thing without a warrant. You know the number. We'll steal our kids this way. Tiff and the Punisher have come for the calling. They are giving us the CPS warning. Their voice is loud and clear. We stop losing our kids this year. Tiff wants to fight the entire planet. She is tired of our kids being taken, god damn it. She's been fighting CPS for 30 years, bringing children home from this disgusting mess. The Punisher is screaming out loud, abolish CPS and tear it down. I want all our kids to come back. Look at all those kids' pictures held up like thin tags. Together we are stronger than we need. We will tear down CPS with high speed. We will do so much being together. Birds of a feather flock together. So watch out CPS, here we come. Picking you one by one. We promise to bring back the family and prosecute the caseworkers unhandily. So give us back the kids you have taken. Tiff the Punisher, sending you all on a vacation. The one with bars in the windows, and the only games you play are on Nintendos. Corruption in courts, here we come. We won't stop until it's done. You judges need to learn what you stand for. This is Tiff and the Punisher warrior, and we cry out to all of you out there. We need support for a cause that many don't care. All children are being stolen way too often. So CPS, we plan on doing the stopping. Stop it.
All right. Well, there. Happy Monday, but it's Sunday, Tiff.
Yeah, it is. It's our Monday, though.
Yep. What's going on? How's things? What'd you hear about? Anything over the weekend? Did you get your stuff? Did you get your stuff from the books? We got all kinds of things to talk about, don't we?
Yeah, I got my packages, and I heard you got yours.
Yeah, I got all kinds of stuff. I got books galore.
Yeah, I even got another Constitution.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I wish I should have ordered some more, because I had a bunch of Temu stuff come too. So my mom was like, what the hell what is all this stuff coming in the mailbox? She brings it over to me. It's like Christmas, you know? Of course, Mary's upset because she didn't have any packages, so I give her some of the book packages to open up. More than enough for everybody to have. Because Tiff found this place that she can get us some free doctrines. It's pretty good stuff.
It's
have to do with
it's about the welfare system.
Yeah, child welfare system.
Yeah, their manuals, everything.
It's free. People get some. The National Child. And if you don't use this website, then you don't know what you're doing anyway. Like, this should be the first prerequisite of anything. Let me pull it up here for you. National Children. This is National Children's Gateway, right, or something like that.
No, it's Children's Welfare Gateway.
I was close.
Or Child Welfare Gateway. Child Welfare Gateway.
Two of the three words I had correct.
That's fine. You did good.
Thank you. Now, if you guys don't know about this, you need to write this down. Child Welfare Information Gateway. I'm going to pull this up here so you guys can see it on the screen. Boom. Pow. Ping. Child Welfare Information Gateway. There it is.
Yep.
Oh, no, we don't want to do that right now. We've done that plenty of times. But this is where you get any information that you need that has to do with the abuse and neglect and CPS stuff. I mean, you just have to go through the site yourself and figure it out. But what it does have is it has all 50 states manuals and all their stuff for each state. They have them each broken down. You get anything that you need off here. I mean, they got so much information in here, guys. And it's not tainted. It goes both ways. So, if you're 100% anti the system, don't come here trying to make all kinds of noise and hate and discontent, because these people are just very good at establishing and reporting what the facts are. And that's what's cool about them. There's no bullshit here. This is all just 100% factual information.
Yep.
But whatever research stuff you need to get, you can get it here. The statistics, everything, it's all right here at this site. And if it is propaganda, then I apologize, but I'm pretty sure that they're pretty neutral about everything. Even when you request them to be on the reporter status with them, they tell you that they don't want anybody that's part of, like an anti, I guess you would say, like we are, like we're not for the system, but we're definitely against it. Like they don't even approve things like that. They don't want They don't want any sort of discrepancies involved with their information that they give away. And I don't blame them for that because, like staying neutral in a subject is very hard. Like you don't realize how difficult it is to stay neutral, unless you have to do it. And that's oh, she's Kitty now. Kitty, 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 go away, Kitty. Thank you, Kitty, go away. Sorry about that. Kitty was trying to come over here and see what's going on. But it's very hard to stay neutral. But those caseworkers, how come their asses aren't neutral? Why aren't they neutral? They're supposed to be neutral. GALs, they're supposed to be neutral. We as parents, yeah, we're going to be obviously 100% anti them and on our side. But how come these caseworkers can't be neutral? Why can't they
Money.
just go by the facts? Why can't they just go by what goes on in the case? And why are they able to misinterpret and use things as not as they're supposed to be? Like they get to decide what all of this means, like imminent danger and things along those effects. Like they get to use that as however they see fit instead of an actual definitional issue. Why can't there just be a guideline for these words that have discrepancies and they have to follow them to a T? Because imminent danger is probably what got the majority of us here, right? Imminent danger is probably what got probably all of us here. Um, you know, so oh baby, kitties. Sorry guys, one of the little kittens are stuck somewhere. But imminent danger is what got us all here to begin with. And how is it that such a word with so much impact has so much flavor or so much bounce in it that like the severity of what imminent danger causes is such a big penalty, but yet they don't have a set definition for it? That seems kind of funky to me. What's your thoughts on that, Tiff?
Well, first of all, money is the root of all evil. Okay, so it's about the money.
Yeah.
They don't play by anybody's rules. I don't care if it's their own policy, the law, federal law. It doesn't matter. Um, and why would they? And why would the state reprimand them anyway? They're pulling money into each state every time they remove a child, and the attorney generals know exactly what's going on.
Right. But
The
imminent
governor,
danger, right? But so why is it so hard? How come nobody's put forth um, any sort of not document, but any sort of a bill? I've written a bill. I have a bill that I scribed up that talks about. Well, here I'll show you, if you don't mind. Here, let me pull it up. I wrote a
go
couple
ahead,
of bills. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
go
I
ahead.
wrote a couple of bills. That one of them was. Let's see here. One of them is. Where is this thing here? Well, it's about defining imminent danger. It's about defining imminent danger, putting words to those such things that carry such big impact. Let me find it here about that one, and also changing the bonus program from adoption to reunification. That's on this one bill that I've written. Um, Let me see. Let me pull this up here. Abolish online. La di 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 di. What'd you do this weekend? Anything fun? While I'm looking for this.
It's too cold here for me. No,
Oh, you're like a turtle. You just go inside and sit on a rock.
I like this. I like fall and spring. I don't like winter, and I don't like summer.
I didn't even realize that last night was turn the clock back time.
Oh my!
Did you notice that?
No.
So if you're feeling a little bit tired, if you're sluggish right now, guys, usually right now is actually 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I know. Actually, it's
Right. No wonder why
8:21.
Tiff's like bags under her eyes. I'm just fooling you. I mean, kind of. But Yeah, I mean, why is it that no one will put forth these bills? I'm trying to pull this bill up actually.
No,
Uh,
because common sense is too right. You know what I'm saying? It makes more sense to give the money to the family to help the family versus giving the money to a foster family, right?
yeah,
And common sense, it doesn't work with people who don't have common sense.
right. That makes a lot of sense. A lot of sense is there. Um, but they still, it's common sense is right out the window half the time. Um, because in multi reasons why. Um, common sense goes out the window. Because as a parent, here's the comprehensive. Okay.
Well, not only that, their thing
There we
is
go.
it's not broke, so it doesn't need to be fixed. But that's absolutely incorrect. It is broken and it does need to be fixed.
Oh no, the system is not broken. It's made to do just as they designed, to crush and steal all of our children.
And I'm hearing more and more about these poor kids in North Carolina and these poor parents. I'm hearing more and more that CPS is swooping in and taking these kids from the parents after a national or a disaster, a natural disaster. And the minute these Red Cross shelters are being torn down and taken out of the area, CPS is swooping in and stealing these kids. I've been hearing it all over YouTube.
Wow. So there's a lot of truth to this, that they're doing this. How are they
Yes,
not? How is no one putting in? What are they taking these kids under? What premises of this? What is it? What is it that they're saying?
they're
Um,
saying that because these children have no place to go and these shelters are closing, their main concern are the children. Bullshit. Their main concern is the money that they're getting from snatching these poor kids from their
yeah,
parents who are scared. They've lost everything and now they've lost their kids and the kids have lost their parents.
yeah, yeah. BS hogwash. It's just I can't believe that we live in such a society that this is an acceptable practice. Like, I mean, these poor people in North Carolina and all of these places down there by where Tiff is in West Virginia. Um, you
I
know,
live in Virginia, Darren.
like it's just like where, and like I say in my videos, where's the outrage though? Like, why are people not standing up and screaming about this, or why isn't the people sitting here and seeing this stuff and or like listening to our show, and why aren't they trying to stand up and scream about this? Like, it just, how does this stuff not break through the news channels like in a rapid speed? It's just behooves me. I'm just lost when I hear stuff like this. First of all, I've looked and I can't find anything on this North Carolina stealing of children stuff. But not that I doubt anybody, but this is how little of coverage that this thing is getting. That the 5 minutes that I spent looking for it, I couldn't find anything. But yet you guys say it's happening, so I take your word, obviously. But why is everybody else not saying anything about this?
Because they don't care.
Man,
Nobody cares until the knock comes to their door.
yeah, I know that. I know that for a fact too. And I am one of those people that know that um, it's not right to judge by what the actions of the government does to some people, for certain. Because I've been uh, a guilty party to that. Like I always say, I, if you would have told me years ago what like you had CPS come in your life and take your kids, I would have immediately just jumped in and, you're a bad parent. See you later. Have a good day. Bye. I'm not talking to you anymore. I joined in with that stigma, sure did, but I got humbled. God humbled me, and He said, "Okay, boy, you want to play like this?" And I know that there's a specific set of people. It's almost like when God does something to you, it's almost like that moment it happens, and you're like, "Oh shit," it's like it's burnt into you. You're like, "Oh no, this is gonna come back to bite me," and it did. Here I am. But
But
Yeah,
it's not just you. Nobody is safe unless you're the president or the president's family or a senator or a congressman.
right.
You're just not safe. And Cardi B, did
No,
you see her?
I didn't see. Well, we played it right the other day. We saw that video.
I'm not talking about that.
Oh, what's now? No, I don't know what you're talking about.
She endorsed Kamala Harris.
Oh, come on.
I swear to God, and she embarrassed herself.
Well, saying Kamala Harris.
You'll have to pull the clip up. It was at a Harris rally.
Okay, all right.
But anyway, and I'm like, and I took up for you because CPS was at your front door, and now you look like a total jerk standing up here.
She really, wow. Man, I can't believe that stuff. Why? I just don't understand. See, this is the stuff I don't understand. How? What? How is anybody even within a country mile of Donald Trump and his election numbers? How is anybody even close to being able to snap this man? Anywhere you go, you see a sea of MAGA hats, sweatshirts, apparel. Like every 10 people must have a piece of Trump apparel on. So how are you telling me that those numbers don't beat? I mean, how many Kamala Harris shirts do you see?
This chick even said, I believe everything that comes out of her mouth. And I said, what has come out of her mouth? I was screaming at the TV, first of all. But anyway, what has she said that you believe that's coming, everything's coming out of her mouth? And all I could say to myself was, and I took up for you because CPS was at your door.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's absolutely all right. So Cardi B, Kamala Harris, right?
Yep.
Like she does realize that Donald Trump's the one that's putting it on his platform, right, to get rid of this stuff.
I don't know what she knows. You have to watch and see for yourself, because I'm telling you right now, she sounded so uneducated. Oh my God, it was terrible.
All right, so I got a clip here. It says Cardi B on why she's supporting Kamala Harris for president. Is that the one? Or I got news about Wisconsin, Harris, and Donald Trump from upload from 7 hours ago. The one that I
do the rally. Do the Harris rally with Cardi B.
Okay. Yeah, her teleprompter failed. So that's good. Cardi B's Kamala's rally speech backfires as she goes off the rails.
See?
Is that it? Is that the one?
Yes.
Okay, so Cardi B Kamala rally speech backfires as she goes off the rails. Yeah.
So when I'm starting to
Start it over here.
complaining about lettuce, why you complaining about this? That just goes to show me when you become successful, when you have money, you're gonna go broke soon because y'all not budgeting. I get a summary of the money that's being spent in my home every week. So when I'm starting to see that like groceries is like tripling up, it's like, hey, yo, what the f going on? I want to see for myself what the shit is being spent on. And like when I go to the supermarket, like I went to the supermarket, I'm seeing that everything tripled up. That like lettuce was like $2 a couple of months ago, and now it's like at $7. Of course, I'm gonna say something. Because if I think that shit is crazy, I could only imagine what middle class people or people in the hood is thinking. So yes, I'm going to say something. And I have a big platform, so I do want anybody that's responsible of these prices to put that shit down. They're gonna see my shit, they might put it down.
A few years later.
Mind you, and this is why I said I'm not
This is what I'm telling y'all. I'm not this year. Don't ask me. I don't give the resume that they send. I'm not endorsing no presidents no more. Cause how is there $100 million budget cut in New York City for schools, library, police safety, and sanitation? Yeah, Joe Biden's talking about like, yeah, we could fund 2 wars. Mom's talking about we don't got it, but we got it. Like, we're the greatest nation. No, we're not. We're going through right now.
Several months later.
Hold on. How you guys doing tonight? How you guys doing tonight? Are we ready to make history? Are we ready to make history? Are we ready to change these 4 years? No. Are we ready to change the next 8 years? Because we're going to make sure we have Kamala Harris in office for 8 years.
Look at that money.
Thank you.
They said the
lost
teleprompter
her
broke.
speech.
Yeah.
She was just standing up there.
Yeah, that money.
That money will make you
What
do
are
it.
they sending?
Look what that money.
Here's
makeup
100 million,
do.
Cardi B. Go ahead and change your mind.
Oh, well, actually,
100 is crazy.
Nah, they
Kamala,
ain't gonna all that now.
I think maybe 1 million. We don't know how
I
much.
think they gave her more than 1
They
million.
playing
If
with
Lizzo got
checks.
2, she got
They
like
playing
5.
with checks.
She got
you know,
5.
they got the Alphabet Gang money,
They
the
said she had a
Google
bill.
money.
They said she had a bill.
They got how much?
They said Kamala Harris campaign raised $1 billion in 100 days.
Well, see, so they got it. 100. That's 10% of that. Is that
They ain't giving that much.
She probably got 10.
Beyonce got like 10. So
She probably got
like
like
5.
10,
She got like 5.
8.
I say
Well, that's a
5,
nice
8.
check.
I say
8
like
and
5.
How much
8.
she get a show? Not that.
How much you think Meg got? She probably got more than Meg for sure.
Oh, Meg probably got
But they
10.
all probably got more than they get for doing a show. To
They
do an
probably got
endorsement.
Well, Meg did a show.
She did do a show, so she probably got extra a lot.
wow. Typical black people.
But I don't think this will sway anyone.
Let's see.
This already.
So she just
Yeah, it doesn't matter, you know?
You know.
To see next in this country. I wasn't. But Kamala
Send me some money.
Harris joining the race, she changed my mind completely. I did not have faith on any candidates until she joined the race and said the things that I wanted to hear, that I want to see next in this country. All right? I believe in every word that comes out of her mouth. She's passionate, she's compassionate, she shows empathy, and most of all, she is not delusional. Yeah.
What a speech.
Kamala recognized that this country is at risk, that the economy needs to get stronger, that the cost of food and the cost of living is too high. Damn, it's even high for me. I believe her when she says, under her, buying eggs and milk won't break the bank. Because she's gonna pass a ban on price gouging on groceries. And she told me that in my face. So she better not lie to me in my face. Yeah. I believe her when she says she will make housing more affordable by providing Americans with $25,000 in down payment assistance. Woo! Yeah. Hold on. I got more.
Oh, man.
Yeah, she's promising a lot. Did you hear what Donald Trump said the other day? Y'all heard what he said? All right, I'm gonna tell you right now. Let me drink my water.
It's probably Tony Hinchcliffe's joke.
Yeah.
He didn't say
Yeah,
it.
stay hydrated.
I have a comment on that.
He said he's gonna protect women whether they like it or not. He said he's gonna protect women whether they like it or not. I'm repeating it.
Protect?
Donnie Dunk, please. Protection for women, especially if we're talking about maternal and mental health care, isn't telling them what to do with their bodies. It's supporting them and giving them the care they need for what they choose to do with their bodies. I don't play that.
It's messed up for me to say this.
I wanted to say something, but I'm not going to say it.
Say it, bro. I wanna hear it.
So personal country safety, world safety against other enemies, that goes out the window.
She said the
guess so.
economy's bad, the country's not safe, but I'm gonna vote for the person who's part of the administration to where everything got to that point.
And signed off and said I'm not going to
She
do
said
that.
to my face.
Guys, 1 second.
The teleprompter went down.
For a second,
Oh, really?
guys, 1 took it. And she
And white gloves is tough. I'm putting that
Oh
in.
boy.
Okay, so I don't take lightly the call.
What?
Sorry, guys, I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous, guys. I've been waiting for this moment this whole life, my whole life.
His whole life. My whole life.
I need patience over here. Patience, where are you, girl? I need patience over here.
This is bad. This is
Hold on. How you guys doing tonight?
She should
How you
have
guys
started
doing
singing or
tonight? Are we ready to make history?
something. This called to be. She should start doing that. They would start vibing with it. If you see me, no. Hey, she read that though.
You know,
she read that.
I wonder why people see them read scripts and read teleprompters and then think their endorsement's real. Like she couldn't even get up there and tell you why she wants.
No,
Kamala
yeah, she
to be
could have started
president
off. We
without
could
the
have started
script.
off like, okay, I'm up there, no teleprompter.
Oh, I don't need
But look,
a
y'all,
teleprompter.
man, we know what's at
I don't
stake in
need
this
a
election.
teleprompter.
Joe Biden, you know, he wasn't the one. They just threw Kamala up there. She didn't even, you know, go
Why
through
are
any
they
process.
using
This
her
isn't
so
right.
much?
And you
on
just
and
start
on.
ranting about
On
shit.
and
What
on.
are
But
they-
guess
what are
what?
they-
She ranted
I don't
about Joe
get why they're
Biden.
using
On
her so
live.
much
She
for this,
did.
because
She
she
did.
come
She
out
wanted
and,
to-
like,
It's easy to rant about that.
It is.
Because it's the truth.
Can't hear you.
I don't understand why they're using Cardi B so much for all of this stuff.
Because she
I
endorsed Joe
don't-
Biden 4 years ago. But if she
Oh.
only knew that the Biden administration or the Harris administration is not going to do anything to control these people, she should be out there with Trump.
Mm-hmm. Because she was just
And-
last week with the CPS coming to their house, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And the reason Kamala Harris is not talking about Project 2025 anymore, and I know this to be a fact because it came across my newsfeed, and I'm part of the Heritage Foundation, they endorsed her.
What?
I read Trump's plan. I read all his policies. And the only two that I personally care about is that he said he is going to make sure that the Constitution is front and forward along with the Bill of Rights. That's all I care about.
Mm-hmm. That's it, too.
That is it.
Oh.
And I really hope Elon Musk sees this video, because the first agencies that he needs to cut are CPS and child support.
Hmm. What's Elon Musk's deal? I haven't really been paying attention to him. What is his deal? And you know what? I would like to know what his view on child protective services are. I'd like to know what all of them are, if they would really just stand out and talk about it. Like, for real, this should have been one of their debate questions, like child protective services, not all this other crap about, what about the immigrants coming in? Not that it's crap, but like, not about the immigrants coming through and all this stuff, but like, what do you guys think is child protective services and how it operates? Are you satisfied? Or like, that's the question that needs to be asked.
Hold on,
Are you
Darren.
satisfied with the amount of money? Yep.
Hi. I'm saying hi to my grandkids. Hi, Ruru. Hi,
Good boy.
AJ. Hi, Sophia. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I would love to hear what each one of these people in power have to say about just even if it was a blank rant that they could go on. But child protective services, what do they feel like, if they feel like the money's being spent properly? All right.
Well,
let's see the chat
that's what Elon Musk is going in for. He
Right.
is going to shred half of the alphabet, right? And if they cut any part of DHHR, I'm telling you, CPS and child support, they will be cut. I'm telling you, because they're part of the problem, and he knows what the problems are. He's not stupid.
No, not at all. Hey, would you say hi to your fan club, please, Tiff? We didn't get on
Hi,
this earlier.
everybody. I didn't know everybody was on.
All right, yeah, I know we kind of got on our own little rant there.
That's okay.
Yes. Yes, Trump does do podcasts. We could try to get him on ours, but I don't think that he'll come with us.
It's too late now. The election is in 2 days.
Yeah, well, maybe when he becomes president, he will come on.
Well, we can always send a
45
letter.
to 47. Herbert says that lady does not sound educated at all, Cardi B.
Yeah, did you see how uneducated she sounded? And she lost, the teleprompter went down. That's why she had to get patients up there to bring her phone.
The 154 pages never received. Which one is that?
The 154? Oh, that's the stop CPS that I sent to you.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to do that right now, Tiana. I'm going to do that right now for you. This would be a good day. It's Monday here, so it'd be a good day to catch up on this stuff, you know? I wonder, do you know of any politicians that are running for this office next year in the next couple of days that are talking CPS or fighting CPS?
Well, the only politician I know is my brother-in-law. I can ask him, but I know that he's taking a deeper dive into CPS. Because when I had him on my show last time, he wanted to know why they weren't using this gap money in his state. And ironically, the same day we did the interview, they sent him an email that hadn't even been released yet, and he released it to me.
Ooh.
They gave him every reason why they couldn't, and not one why they could.
Wow.
So you know what I did? I said, don't worry. I'm going to send you everything I have on these people. So when you bring them in front of you, you will already have the facts. So you'll know when they're lying to you. Everything I sent this man, he read. Everything.
And he's trying to make a difference, right?
Yes, he is. Because he understands that people like me aren't getting paid because we refuse to contract with the state. He understands that some parents just can't do it. And he wants to know why CPS is getting involved in all these cases and not using the gap money that these states have. Virginia doesn't even use it.
Jesus.
So I can ask him. I can call my sister tomorrow. But I don't know. See, I think the biggest thing, this is the thing. I really wish Trump would talk about it, only because Trump is so blunt and he doesn't care what anybody says. Right. But I think the biggest thing is for these politicians is that right now they're trying to hold on to their seats.
Right.
Because this is going to listen, I'm 54. This is the very first election I ever participated in. Ever.
Oh, is it really? Well, good for you.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's really awesome.
Because I'm an independent. I will vote for a Republican or a Democrat. It depends on what their policies are. And a lot of people were like, well, she's a woman. I don't care if she's a woman. I don't care what her race is. I don't care about that. Do we need a woman? Eventually. Do we need her? Absolutely not.
Right.
But I guarantee you, if somebody asked Trump, what are you going to do about Child Protective Service? He would probably answer the question. No, I know he would. But I do know this. The other night, I was watching his rally, and he said, I am going to make sure that parents have their fundamental rights from day one.
That's good. I mean, that's it right there. That's what we need.
And I think he said it when he was here in Virginia, because he knows our governor signed executive order number 2 telling the school boards, and the whole alphabet. Parents have the fundamental rights. They have the rights in the care, custody, control, and education of their children. Nobody else, not the government. In fact, our attorney general and 16 other ones have that thing up in the United States Supreme Court on fundamental rights for parents. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, wow. Look at this. Check this out, Tiff.
Let me see.
This is right from your, right from your
with your host, Andrew Donaldson. This is Heard Tell.
This is decades of bad management, of unaccountability, of not having transparency. There's bureaucratic problems. There's legal problems. This has been a mess for a very long time. We need to frame this as that first and not just go trying to fix one problem at a time, don't
we? Do. You know, we in many ways should have seen this coming. You know, we're a state with high poverty. We're a state with, you know, high prevalence of diseases of despair. And then we had the opioid epidemic unfold. And when that happened, we saw just a surge of kids entering Child Protective Services, or CPS. And we didn't respond quickly, and we still are kind of chasing our tails, trying to find a way to address the number of kids who are in unsafe situations, and it has exploded. And, you know, for the last couple of years, our state legislature has attempted to respond to it, but it's been very piecemeal. It's been with very specific small legislation that's not going to get us where we need to go.
Yeah, and anecdotally, I remember being home a couple of years ago for a funeral, and I was sitting with somebody I grew up with who's now a judge in, you know, southern West Virginia, and he just looked at me and went, first case is the dad and drugs, the next case is the mom and the drugs, and then the third case is what do I do with the kids? And he just looks at you, she's like, what am I supposed to do? We're going to do a lot of beating up on the system here, and it deserves some beating up on, but there's a lot of people in the system. The system's made up of people. There's a lot of people trying to do their best. There's a lot of people that aren't doing their jobs right. How do we humanize things like the system, the state, CPS? That's just a big faceless bureaucracy, right? We have a human problem here, right? Where we just don't humanize this enough and get to it on that level. Is that a fair way to put this?
I completely agree. I think that the way this narrative has unfolded in the public discourse has been very much on the system and not on the families. And I think that is primarily because we, you know, there are certain reasons why you don't share the traumatic experiences that kids have, right? So a number of people who don't work in these systems don't really understand what's going on with these kids. And so when you have like a story that kind of has brought it to the prominence now of a couple of kids who were found living in a you know, and essentially in a barn with no running water, no bathroom, deprived of basic necessities, people start to get a taste of what's really kind of the extreme of what's going on here. And then we, because of you know, confidentiality, you don't interview the kids, you don't speak to the kids. And then the focus really goes on broken systems, which what we're talking about today is Child Protective Services. But we're seeing, because of the drug epidemic, we're seeing a lot of broken systems: public education, healthcare, juvenile justice system, and as you just referenced, the court system. And so instead of us looking at the people who are trying to do this work on the ground level, we're not interviewing them. We're not talking to them. You know, the system doesn't want their CPS workers doing interviews, for example. So it's very hard to articulate on the ground level what needs to happen to ensure that these kids are safe. And so the system itself is very self-protective. And I think that's probably the first step that needs to happen is instead of us saying, well, shrugging and saying the system is doing its best, there's nothing we can do about the prevalence of addiction. We need to be saying what we're doing isn't working. And so we need to pivot and look at a better strategic plan.
Yeah,
All
Kelly
right, what do you
Caseman,
think about
thank you.
that, Tiff? We were just talking about that.
The case that they're talking about, that, first of all, I don't live in West Virginia, Darren.
I know you don't. I love busting on you about that.
I know you do. But that case right there, those were Black foster children in a white foster home in West Virginia. And yes, they were living like that. And I agree with her. The system protects itself. It has no interest in protecting these children. Those children, those poor babies, would have been better off in a family home with kin or left in the home with the parents, and the money that they sent these crooked, disgusting, vile people should have been given to the family to help whatever the issue was, right? But instead, they removed them, put them with the white family, and they were in a barn. And she's not lying because I saw the thing about it. No food. One of the little boys was really, it was terrible. I know about that case. But we need to get them on the show if we can get them, if somebody can contact them.
Yeah, so that's, who was that? Kelly Caseman was the lady?
Yeah, it's KK Caseman.
Okay. Yeah, we need to, I already have it down here in my notes to get in touch with
And
him.
I don't know who he is. I didn't get his name, but he knows about it too.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, right now in West Virginia, there's actually a lawsuit. A federal judge ruled that the case against the foster care system could go forward to the West Virginia Supreme Court.
Oh, what's that all about?
I have to reread it, but it has to do with the maltreatment of children who've been removed and placed in foster care. And I think a bunch of attorneys brought it on.
Wow. Oh, it's not from the kids, it's from the attorneys. I mean, that's the other thing too. When is it going to be time for these kids that are in these systems to come and start pushing out their discontent with this? Like, are they aware that they can do this? Do they not want to because of the trauma? Like, what's gone on that has made it so we're not hearing from the kids that have aged out and that are seeking their families? Like, why don't we hear more from them?
Well, first of all, I don't think that they know, okay? But at the age of 18, they can start filing in federal court for them being removed under their Fourth Amendment right, their Fifth Amendment right, the Seventh Amendment, and the 14th, because I want to say Texas or California, one of those two states, there is actually a class action suit with 18 foster kids attached to it.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. But good for them.
And guess where I got that information?
Where's that?
Child Welfare Information Gateway.
All right.
Monday through Friday, you will get an email. If you sign up for their emails, you will know what's going on in these states.
Yep, they'll give you I think it's the top 10 news articles every day or whatever with CPS in it and everything.
Yep.
And they are really very nice. I've written to them quite a few times to ask them for certain things or to help me with some things. They're very nice. They're very responsive. And they definitely do care about what they do, and they care about the wellness of the children. No doubt about it. You can see that in everything that they do. So I firmly support that information gateway. I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm giving it the Punisher thumbs up.
Yes. And if you want to order stuff from there, the way you order is once you go on their website, there's a little cart, like a grocery cart. You click on the cart, and then it will ask you what you want. And then you click on it, and it's in Spanish and English, and you click on whatever you want, and you can get up to 10 of each, but you can only do 10 at a time.
But you can make 10 selections.
Right, 10 selections, 10 of each, place that order, go back in, and do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Mama. Love you.
Oh, man, that's good
That's
stuff.
my daughter. Day Day is my
Oh, is
daughter.
it? Oh, nice. She's okay. Good. Good, good, good. All right. What else we got here? Do you guys have any questions out there for Tiff or myself? Wondering if any of you guys have anything that you want us to answer in particular. We were kind of having just that groggy waking up Monday that day today. What do you guys want to know? What kind of questions you guys have? We got, about 10 more minutes here, so if you guys got something, throw it out at us.
So what I want to say to Tired Soul, Lost in World, actually the United States Supreme Court is giving us back our power little by little. Little by little. The Chevron doctrine has been overturned, and the SEC was ruled unconstitutional too, in favor of whatever that dude's name is, Jarsky or whatever. So little by little, the United States Supreme Court is taking the power away from these agencies and giving it back to the people.
Yes, ma'am. I love it. I love it.
Me too.
Let's see here. All right. So Danielle asks, my son is 19 in an RTF facility in Texas, and we are from Georgia. They're giving us the runaround and slowly taking their time to make the arrangements for him to come home. It's crazy.
He is a legal adult. He is legally an adult. Why isn't your child home? You don't need permission anymore.
That's it.
Your son has rights.
What if they have handicap? If they have some sort of a mental condition or something? Is there a difference in the age out?
The day you turn 18, I don't care what your mental whatever. You are a legal adult and can make decisions on your own, unless you have appointed a power of attorney.
Okay.
But you have to do it, not the state.
Right.
The state cannot be your power of attorney. If that was the case, they would be a power of attorney over everybody.
Every damn one of us, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you need to learn what your rights are so you can tell your son what his rights are, and he is free to leave.
Exactly. They threaten to lock me up if I leave the state. My son is autistic.
It doesn't matter. The minute a child turns 18, it doesn't matter what their mental health is. They have the right to consent or not. They have the same rights.
So no matter what, it's 18 years old.
18 is the legal age. Well, some states is 17.
She said, I thought it should be voluntary, and Carrie, I'll get that for you in a second. She said it should be voluntary, I thought. And then she went on to say, we are waiting to get guardianships in the courts.
Have they filed paperwork?
We're waiting to get, because she says she's on probation.
Your son is 18. Well, 19. It doesn't matter if you're on probation. Your son is a legal adult.
She says she has to be able to leave Georgia. That is what is held over her head.
That's a quick fix. You talk to your probation officer and you tell him you're going to get your son. And if he says no, then you file a petition with the courts and tell the courts you're going to get your son.
Yep. That's it. Don't let them be in control of us.
Listen to me. I had a parole officer, okay? I understand their power. I understand. Luckily for me, I had the coolest parole officer ever. But I also know that they look for ways to put you back in jail. I get it. They control your life. The problem is, if you go in front of a judge and say what you're doing, I don't believe the judge is going to think you're a high risk and not come back. Especially if you have ties to the community where you live.
Well, you are right about that, Danielle. This is all a money game with them. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy.
Wow.
Just so sad, look at all the time that's wasted in these kids are being so victimized. That's the thing no one even talks about. Look at, really, their kids wanted to be in an institution when they were at home with mom and dad, or their moms, or whoever they were at home with. This is what our kids wanted. They wanted to be in an institution, to be placed as a burden. Are you fucking kidding me? This is so sickening that they're doing this to these kids.
They don't care about the harm, okay? This is their philosophy. Kids are resilient. They will get over it. No, they won't. And neither will the parents. Everybody is harmed but the state. And that's bullshit. We need to start harming the state. We need to start hitting them pockets. And I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. I hope everybody goes and votes for Donald Trump. I'm an independent voter. Like I said, this is my very first election I ever participated in. And I'm telling you, I know what Donald Trump did when he was in office. I know what the Biden administration overturned. Darren, I sent them to you. He wants an investigation into CPS and child support. Just sad. I hope I helped you, Danielle. Tomorrow morning, I would go file a petition with the courts. Fuck your probation officer. You could go above him because the judge has the ultimate say. He can override your PO.
Yep. Oh my goodness. I have a feeling it's going to be a brutal week. Well, I'm just saying, because you know what? It's going to be holiday time now, so things are going to start getting fired up. Things are going to, people starting to get pissed. Like this is a bad time of year for all of us that are involved in this stuff. Like this is a bad time of year. I hope that these parts of the season just go right by. Like just, I don't want my life to go by that quick, but I don't mind it when it's the holiday seasons.
Well, what I want to say. I thought about you a lot earlier, right? You and your wife. Now, when my rights were terminated with my daughter, I still had my other kids, but the holidays were, and they still are hard for me. Don't get me wrong. But after 2 years, I was like, why am I still letting these people control my emotions? Right? They took a part of my life that I will never get back. And this is what they want. They want me to be depressed. They don't want me to celebrate. They don't want me to be happy. Fuck them. I'm going to be happy. I miss my daughter to this day. She's 34 years old. I miss her terribly. And I love her to death. But I'm not going to let the state have the upper hand on me. Right? And this is where I'm going. I don't want any parents doing anything stupid because of the holidays. I don't want nobody being in the hospital for trying to take their own life. I don't want anybody trying to go snatch their kids. Nothing. Don't do something that you always have to understand the consequences, right? And my daughter's on here, and she will tell you, before I run up on somebody's property or before I run up on somebody, she knows damn good and well I know that I could possibly go to jail right now as soon as I do this. I understand my consequences. But a lot of people even when your rights are terminated, I call it the murder of a family, and that's what they do. During the holidays, it is the toughest time. Holidays and birthdays are the absolute worst for me.
Mm-hmm.
But you know how I get past it? I carry on. You never really get past it. You never get over it. But you can't let what they did to you hold you in bondage, because that's what they're doing. Oh, we're going to snatch their kids, terminate their rights, and they'll never, ever get over it. They'll never celebrate anything. They'll be miserable, whatever. Never let the state or anybody else have the upper hand on you.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Because you're giving them what they wanted and what they set out to do.
Mm-hmm. You're right about that. You're absolutely right about that.
Go smoke some pot, drink some beer, do whatever you want to do to get through the holidays. Just don't do anything that's going to put you in the hospital or in jail.
I like that. That's a good one. That's exactly it. That's what they want you to do. They want us to kill ourselves. I mean, that's what their plan is, you know. They want you just to wipe yourselves off, you know, and don't give them that satisfaction.
Yeah, because once you do that, then they'll be like, see, we knew they were a danger. Look at them, all up in the hospital. Look, up in jail, drinking and driving. They could have killed somebody. See,
Yeah, that's
you
why we
can't give
should sit there and prove it right. Yep.
You can't give them the satisfaction.
Yeah.
You just can't. Because as long as they keep people oppressed with this stuff, they have the upper hand.
I agree 1,000%. You can't even say it any better myself.
I lived through it. Yours isn't that old. Mine's 30 plus years old. I still live with this. It still hurts me to this day, but I will never, ever, ever give them the satisfaction of, see, we told you so.
You're right. You know, that's a good point right there. Everybody should write that one down and put it on their fridge and do whatever. You know, the memoirs or the words of Tiff. You know, the little quote. Maybe we'll make a calendar for Christmas time. Inspirations by Tiffany. And it screams at you when you open up the calendar.
My kids were like, my youngest is like, Mom's always screaming at me. My daughter said, you'll know when Mom's screaming at you. Mom is just very passionate and she's loud on top of that. So don't always think that Mom is screaming at you. I do it with everybody.
Just one of those things.
It is. And I am so passionate about this. I eat, sleep, and breathe this stuff.
Yeah, like I said, it's a full-time job for sure. Especially when you're doing this for real and you're not just trying to, well, whatever, that's for another.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Tiff, you're running late to put the babies to bed.
Yeah, I do. I got to go put them to bed. We'll be back tomorrow night, though.
Yeah, we will. God willing. Yeah, so we'll be back tomorrow night. Same time, same place. Doing the things we do. Trying to stop CPS from doing something. There we go. All right. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
In 1776, brave men put up a fight, mowing down redcoats. They wanted freedom. They had to fight, and now we take the sacrifice in vain. They loaded their muskets, fired them one by one. That's why we have the freedom to own a gun, but we are blowing it. These freedoms were created by those before us. They were to be something that stays. But now things are so corrupted, they are taking our rights away. Hey, Uncle Sam, where did you go? I called Washington today, but nobody's home. We all want to stand for our freedom, but nobody wants to do it today. Can't you see time is a waste and the Constitution we love is fading? Make don't tread on the reality, or the USA will be the next casualty. We are here for freedom, those we will protect. Unite for the values we cherish, or watch everything perish. Our men have fought for our freedoms, many women have too. Their blood spilled upon the ground, with the news many frown. They paid a price that many won't pay. Now we are letting the cause fade away. The graves are being neglected by the actions of so many deceptive. The freedoms they fought for in every world war, conflict or mission, so many stayed behind signing petitions, while those awake dying were there to protect them. It's time to wake up in the USA. We are all slipping away into the darkness we once ran from. It's getting worse every day. Now they are taking our children more and more every day. No soldier ever fought for taking our children away. This is not why they bled for our freedom. They didn't die for some cheap pay. We all need to come together, fight this corruption, and it starts today. We need to wake up America, go back to parades, remember true family values, laugh again as children play. These are the things we fought for, 200 years strong, but now we're losing all of this. Don't tread on me does exist. So rise up and be strong. We don't have to go along. We need to push back now, like our forefathers did. It's time to bring back the way it was, when families lived together, all that mattered was love. It's not always easy to take back what they have grabbed. With all of us together we can do it, two loving children and mom and dad. This is our country, it's called USA. So many have fallen, say don't tread on me today.